All right. So now we're done with all the stuff. Let's get into
good stuff.
the good stuff. Yeah. Just the meat, not the potatoes. And the gravy.
Oh, I like potatoes.
And the peas. I don't like potatoes. Anyway, let's talk about our top 10 movies of 2024.
Yes.
From the worst of the best to the best of the best, of course.
Yes.
Some of these we already talked about, so I'll try to keep this short. I know this episode has been going on for a while. So I'll start, or do you want to start?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Because you probably have more that I don't have.
Yeah, and I have some late additions to the list. I did some shuffling about, like, in the last couple of days even. Yes, so I removed some that was on my list for a long time, and I was questioning, like, is this really top 10? Anyway, my number 10 is Conclave, the religious drama thriller about the goings-on when choosing a new pope. And the conspiracies, the backstabbings, the political intrigue. It was very, very, very well written by whatever the guy is. That's not good about Letterboxd. I can only see the director, Edward Berger. It's Thomas Harris.
Peter. How do you say that? Stragan?
Oh right, I can just go to crew. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Peter Strawn. Peter Strawn. Oh, original writer Robert Harris. Strawn.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Strawn. Yeah. Robert Harris, who is, I think, primarily an author of books, novels.
What's the difference between writer and original writer?
I don't know. I know on IMDb he is, or in the movie it says written by Peter Strawn and Robert Harris. So maybe maybe it's one of those things where he wrote the original script and then Peter Strawn did some revisions, or he made the official screenplay or stuff like that. I don't know. Either way, they both came up with a magnificent script. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a bunch of old white men sitting around talking about God and politics. It's an acquired taste, but my God, if it's for you, it's so good. No, it's a really, really well made, thriller. I would almost say not a very exciting or excited thriller, but it is thrilling nonetheless. So 4 to 5 stars.
It's tagged as a drama, though, so...
Yeah, but there are definitely thriller aspects. It's thriller adjacent.
Okay, cool.
Then, my number 9 is the scariest movie of the year. It's Vermine. Yes.
Yeah.
In terms... We've talked about this. This is a 4 out of 5 for me. The French movie Vermine by Sébastien Vanitschek. And written by, Sébastien Vanitschek and Florent Bernard. Not only is this, like, in terms of pure terror, maybe the scariest movie I've ever seen. Just like visceral, I'm scared,
Yeah.
But it also managed to squeeze in, like, well-defined characters with interesting, like, interpersonal relationships and themes of, what's it called? Gentrification and like social status and stuff like that. Since it all takes place in a Parisian suburb.
Political commentary is what I was trying to say.
Social commentary, I would say. Yeah,
yes.
Same thing. It is just amazing.
Yeah.
I'll keep it at that.
I mean, I haven't finished it, but yeah.
Yeah, and that has to say something about the horror aspect. When you literally had to turn it off because you were having like a panic attack.
Basically. I mean, I was afraid of our garage for like a week afterwards because we had one spider in it.
Yeah, I almost couldn't finish the movie. It took me, like, I had to turn it off and then put it on the next day. I had to collect myself.
I will have to finish it for the spoiler awards.
Yeah.
So,
because guess what? It's gonna be nominated. That's one of those. It's almost like a surefire win.
You'll have to hold my hand or something.
Sure. Yeah. I'll physically come over to your apartment and make you watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number 8 is Juror number 2. Very confusing. Which was another very late edition. I think I watched it last week.
Isn't that the one with what's his name?
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
And Toni Collette and Chris Messina and Zoe Deutsch and J.K.
I've
Simmons.
only seen the poster, and every time I look at it, I think that the statue in the background is like
a murderer,
a devil or something.
Yeah. No, it's Lady Justice.
Yeah, no, that I look at it closer, yeah. I think I've only seen it in like passing.
Yeah. It's one of those
but I don't
movies.
know anything about it.
No, yeah, and that's kind of good. I mean, they don't really give much away if you just read the blurb. It's while serving as a juror in a high-profile murder trial, family man Justin Kemp finds himself struggling with a serious moral dilemma, one he could use to sway the jury verdict and potentially convict or free the accused killer.
That's basically all I know as well.
And
I feel like I should leave it at that.
Yes,
to not ruin anything.
They almost give too much away in the trailer. But even with watching the trailer, it was quite a nail-biting like thriller drama, I would say. It has that classic subdued style of Clint Eastwood, where he just plops the camera down, gives you like 2 takes, and then like we're done, let's move on. Nobody has time to go for big emotional flourishes or, I want to try anything different. No, you don't want to try anything different. I am 150 years old. We have to wrap this up, basically. And that makes for a very, it's almost like his style of directing is no style, which makes it very matter of fact. And it works very well for stuff like this.
I can imagine. I mean, it's a court case.
Yes. One of my favorite movies of his later movies is what's it called? Richard Jewell, which is also it's just people sitting in rooms, but it's so powerful, and that comes of course with the dialogue. It's not just his directing; it's written by Jonathan A. Abrams. Now it's a really good movie. It's a real nail biter in the third act. So I gave it 4 to 5 stars. These early movies in the list, they could probably be interchangeable. It's really the top 5, I would say, that
are actually
rigidly 5, 4,
same.
3, 2, 1. Yeah,
obviously.
Because my number 7, speaking of horror, I have The Substance.
Which for me, it just missed my top 10s.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to hear your top 10. Yeah, and honestly, like in terms of sheer horror, Vermin is much more scarier. I think when you actually think about it, yes, The Substance became very known for its its hard-hitting commentary on female beauty standards and all that, and of course the gratuitous body horror, which both are good, but I would say if I'm gonna critique this movie, my 7th favorite movie of the year, is that the commentary feels a bit dated.
Yeah, I think we said that in the full length episode.
Yes,
it feels like it was something that should have been done like 10 to 5 years ago.
Maybe even like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Of course, it's still there. Like we have skewed beauty standards for both genders or all genders, whatever.
But things have changed for the better.
Yeah. And
compared to what this movie is portraying.
Yeah, and it's funny because I saw just the other day, Mubi released on YouTube a like half-hour behind-the-scenes documentary or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, where they interviewed Carly Farge, and she talked about like the story came from her turning 50, which I was like, Jesus. She's made 2 movies. She's 50 already? I don't know. Maybe she's done other things. I don't know. She looks much younger. Speaking of beauty standards, she looks a lot younger than 50, I'm saying.
Maybe she started late.
Yeah. And how she was feeling around, turning 50 and maybe not being like conventionally attractive anymore, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's born on
feeling her age.
Yeah, and I definitely understand then that that's very much translated into the film.
Oh yeah.
But she also mentioned stuff like there's no representation of women over 50 in media. I was just like, that's so far from correct. True. That's not true at all. Sure, like ladies in movies definitely take on different roles. They don't do, Demi Moore doesn't do what she did in the 90s, what she does now.
Well, no.
She's not in Charlie's Angels Full Throttle anymore. She's in The Substance. I mean,
but yes, they're not the heartthrobs. They're not the girl next door anymore. They're not the love interest as often.
No,
unfortunately, but it's
but
because
still,
most movies aren't made about people over 30.
Yeah. Although you could argue then that there is a whole subsection of action movies where like gruff dads over 50 kick ass, you know.
Yeah, but that's because they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
They can't act anymore.
And we have other beauty standards for men. Like men doesn't have to look good; they need to feel
look strong.
Good. If that makes any sense? Yeah. Either way, despite that, it is a wonderful movie that not only like thrills with its amazing special effects, but they showed off even more. In the behind the scenes stuff, like so much puppetry stuff that I didn't even think of. Like when she first crawls out of Demi Moore's back.
Yeah.
That's a full like puppet with like a fake arm crawling out of her, and then parts of it is what's her name, Margaret Qualley crawling out.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think of that. That of course it has to be a puppet. You can actually crawl out of Demi Moore's back, but it looks so real and all that stuff.
I think I just thought it was. Yeah, no, yeah.
Trick photography? No, it's an actual.
No, I mean, I knew she wasn't lying there, but it's like it's partially her, then they partially had a puppet, then partially had or something.
It's all a big like life-size doll. Yeah,
cool.
So yeah, so all of that stuff, the visuals, the storytelling, the direction, the performances. Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore knocks it out of the park, both of them. I guess for all those reasons, it fits firmly in number 7. Sorry for dragging on. Then we have Dune Chapter 2 as number 6.
Yes.
Which I know a lot of people say is like the best movie of the year. I even heard, we've mentioned him before, Carson Runquist calling it like a modern classic. And I have a hard time calling movies like classics anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
It might have to do with the fact that a movie needs like age before you can actually say it's a classic. Like, does it have the staying power? Because my opinion about classics is that like there haven't been any classics since the turn of the millennium. Like the last classics we had were like The Matrix. In terms of like,
but even that, I'm like, yeah, sure, everyone knows what the Matrix is. But not everyone's watched it. It's not one of those movies that everyone end up watching.
Well, most people have watched it. Like, if you ask 10 people, 9 are going to say they've seen The Matrix.
8 maybe.
8, sure. And it's a movie that influenced, like, you know, the influenced the future of cinema and all that.
Sure.
The thing is, it came out 20 years ago. Maybe in 20 years, Dune Chapter 2 will have the same staying power, and that's where
hard to say, but yeah.
Hard to say, yeah. Either way, it is an amazing science fiction, action adventure, drama, commentary on religion, art piece. Yeah, exactly. It is such a step up in every way from part 1, mainly because it actually has to do with the exciting part of the book.
They finally had things to do.
Yeah. No, but it's just, in terms of sheer spectacle, it's a strong contender for like movie moment of the year.
Oh yeah.
When Lisan Al-Gaib gets to climb the sandworm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lisan Al-Gaib is the worm. No,
he has many names.
Yes.
He is Lisan Al-Gaib. That's the like prophet name thingy. Muad'Dib is his warrior name.
Yeah, the desert mouse.
Yeah, and he has something else.
And the Bene Gesserit call him the Kwisatz Haderach.
Yeah, and then he is, of course, I was about to say Timothée Chalamet, but that's not his name.
Paul Atreides, and lastly, Timothée Chalamet, yeah.
Exactly.
But also, great performances
yes.
By Timothée Chalamet, by Javier Bardem.
Oh, yes.
Austin Butler is great in it.
Oh my god, and I don't even like him. He's great in this.
Yeah. Even Zendaya, who I'm not a big fan of, it's really, really good in this. Yeah, and it just shows the directing prowess of Denis Villeneuve. So yeah.
And on top of that, every single frame is an actual art piece.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You can frame it. Like
literally every frame a painting, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we're into the top 5. These are like the actual best movies of the year.
Yes.
And on number 5, I have the last movie I watched in 2024, at least in cinema, Strange Darling, which just immediately jumped into the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
My God, what a movie. This is so up my alley. First of all,
ranked it not ranked it higher than you, but mine ended up higher than yours.
Okay, yeah. First of all, Kyle Gallner, what a revelation. I'm so glad that like a couple of years ago now, Red Letter Media started like emphasizing the fact that they kept seeing him popping up in movies, because it made me realize like, oh yeah, I've been I guess in the closet Kyle Gallner fan my entire life, basically, because he's been in so many movies that I loved without even thinking about it, because he's not like a star.
He's been in the back of my mind since the first time I saw Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, and I was a late bloomer when it came to Jennifer's Body, but before that, I'd seen him in so many things.
I think I saw it like a year after it released or something.
Okay, yeah, no, I skipped it. But then, yeah, in the last few years, it feels like he's really found his niche with doing like smaller movies. I mean, last year he was nominated for Best Actor at the Spoiler Awards for The Passenger.
Yes.
And I mean, he is definitely the best. I would say the best part of Smile, and he has one scene in Smile 2, which
He's only in one scene.
Yes, it's the opening scene. Guess what happens? Yeah.
Oh no! Of course.
But he's awesome in that scene, and
sure.
Then he does stuff like this, Strange Darling, where he just goes full tilt. Like, I'm saying this I'm sorry, I'm babbling on, but I'm saying this because we haven't done an episode on this. We probably won't.
I was about to say we might have to do a full episode on this one.
Yeah, because he has, like I said, with love and respect, he has realized that he is not like AAA star material. So instead of trying to be like the cool guy, trying to be like I'm so like the best, he goes for like the weird parts, and which really like lets him stretch his acting ability. So he does stuff like Strange Darling, where he plays the demon, and it's just such a fucking powerful performance. And it's not even the best performance in the movie, which is by Willa Fitzgerald, who plays the lady or whatever it's called, or
I think so.
It's full of actual twists and turns. It's sick. It's so well shot. It's shot on actual film, which I know it's pretentious, but it's so cool. I mean, they even pointed out in the beginning of the movie, entirely shot in 35 millimeter. Yeah. It's scary. It's weird. It's funny, and it even managed to like squeeze in like interesting. Like an interesting story about the characters, mostly the lady, but still. Yeah. We haven't really talked about that, but you know, her thing, like why she does what she does. Yeah. I think is a very, very interesting choice for that character. It's just like such a great movie.
We'll have to do. I have a suggestion for a full length episode on this movie and one more that we'll just do like another sort of recap, but shorter.
Yeah. And also
depending on what happens.
I was able to write one of those quirky, funny, one sentence letterboxd reviews that gets thousands of likes, but I didn't get that. I just said my dream date, 4.5 stars. Anyway, that's my number 5. Number 4 is American Fiction. Technically a 2023 release, but we got it here on Prime in 2024. That's why it's here.
We had that issue with a few movies that
and it's going to pop up another time on this list.
No, we had it with Strange Darling as well. Technically.
Oh yeah, but I think that it's actually a 2024 release all over the world.
It's listed as 2023 on.
It was made in 2023. It didn't get released until 2024, I think.
Okay, whatever.
Either way, yeah.
American Fiction.
American Fiction. It lives and dies by the script. This might be the best written movie of 2024.
Oh yeah.
It's that. Like funny / like super serious. I don't know if it's a weird way to put racial commentary, like commentary on race relations.
Yeah.
And really how you relate to your own race. It's very reminiscent of a movie called Sorry to Bother You, about the black guy who's a telemarketer who learns to use his white voice.
White voice, yeah.
This one is a black man who desperately wants to just be a person, not a black person. But then he gets famous when he actually uses his black voice. Yeah. It's so clever. It's such a clever, commentary on race, really. The ending is a bit anticlimactic, but I think that's the point. Because they literally give us like 3 different endings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And none of them feels right. He's like, no, that's not right. And then the movie just ends, basically. No, and also, yeah, while it lives and dies by the script, it also gave us maybe one of the best performances of the year. Jeffrey Wright, just so fucking good in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a 4.5, like, easily for me. One of the best movies of the year. Actually, the 4th best movie of the year for me.
Exactly.
Then we have a controversial pick. It's one that a lot of people didn't like at all. And I'm actually saying it's the 3rd best of the year. It's Megalopolis. Yeah.
I don't understand how people don't like it. Like, I get that it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And to the point, almost a bit ugly at times.
Yes, the effects.
But it's also kind of pretty at times.
Oh yeah. Like the CGI is awful, like, for like 80% of the movie. The plot is all over the place.
Yes.
There's so many scenes that are simply there just to be weird, but also kind of convey a feeling. Just saying.
Yes.
Like this is what this really is, and I think that's where people like get it twisted. This is a $200 million art house film. Like, that's never been done before. This is a movie that should cost like $5 million to make, but he spent all the money he could and did everything that he wanted to do. Coppola, that is.
Yes.
And a lot of people just...
And people are probably overlooking the actual, like...
The idea.
What he's trying to say.
Yeah, what he's trying to say. They just see the weird plots that doesn't really work. Yeah, and I agree, it doesn't. But yeah.
We did an episode on that as well, right?
We did an episode on it. We talked about all about it. And we talked about one thing that people... I haven't heard anyone really mention it. I'm not saying, but the movie is ultimately about time. And time, like, running away. Not having enough time left.
Exactly.
Because it's a story about a brighter future. But as a 100-year-old man or whatever, Coppola might not have time to create that brighter future he was so desperately hoping for.
Which I thought was partially kinda obvious with the fact that the character can actually stop time.
Yes, I mean the movie, or his story. The movie literally starts with him stopping time.
Yes,
because like if I could only stop time, I would have an infinite amount of time to create this better future.
This one thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's even the tagline. If you can't see a better future, build one. That's what he does. I thought it was so
And he literally
beautiful.
stops time to be able to do it. So obviously, time is a big impact on this story.
Yeah, but then people only see the surface. They're like, why doesn't he keep stopping time all the time? Why doesn't he stop time to stop like a traffic act? That's not the point. It's not that he's literally stopping time. He's figuratively stopping time.
And also, if you could do that, you have to stop time infinitely.
Yeah,
because you can't keep track of anything and everything. That's just dumb argument. It's a mute argument.
Yeah, it's moot point. Moot point.
Well, yes.
It's a tool to tell a story. It's not an actual superpower. He has the superpower, which is the weird part. He actually has the superpower.
Sure, but still.
Yeah.
More on that if you check out the full episode.
Yeah, it is a weird one, but I think if you let yourself like just take it in, it's wonderful. I mean, I cried. I cried in the end. As I always do.
I don't remember if I cried, but I did really enjoy it.
That's my number 3. My number 2, another controversial pick. One that people would say is probably one of the worst movies of the year. It's Civil War.
What?
Yeah. Because it was the one it wasn't political enough. It was too political. It was too much left-leaning. Too much right-leaning. It didn't know what it was trying to say.
That's the point.
Yes. Thank you. It is deliberately vague when it comes to politics because it's not about politics.
No,
it's about the impact of war. Yeah, the impact it has on people. And a little bit of both like praise but also critique on journalists and their impact on war, which I think is funny.
It's a good angle on war.
Yes.
Going from the journalist, not just like, because in a lot of there are a lot of those movies already, but they are firmly then on one side, and they always end up like supporting one side and working with them. Here, no, they're just there to get the story. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I think that's a thing that Alex Garland has been struggling with in the last few years. The people don't seem to get what he's trying to do. Maybe it's not perfect what he's doing. Like,
No.
Men comes to mind. People just didn't get Men. That movie, yes, has problems, but I think ultimately what it was trying to say about men was amazing the way they did it. Once again,
it's a bit creepy though.
It's very creepy, but it's once again, it's not saying all men bad, all men good, toxic masculinity, good. No, it's somewhere in the middle. It's much more nuanced than that.
And it's talking about more than just men.
Yeah,
it's talking about
women's relations to men, relationships to men.
Or just,
or vice versa,
the personal impact on certain things that happen in your life. Doesn't have to do anything with gender, really.
Yeah. And this does the same thing, but with war.
Yeah.
Kind of a competitive piece in that way.
Yeah.
And then in terms of sheer, like, bombastic entertainment, this is such a beautiful movie. The way it's shot, the way it's directed. That final, like, attack on the Capitol in Washington.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We saw it in IMAX, and the seats were literally, like, shaking when they were blowing up the houses.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I kind of want to, like, somehow manage go and see it again in IMAX, but I don't think that's ever going to be possible.
No. You have to watch it on a really big TV.
Unless we gather up enough money to, like, rent it out.
I think we can do that with the IMAX. It would be very expensive. No, yeah, I think it's literally it might even be the best movie of the year, because my number one is another not controversial pick, but debatable pick, because my number one is The Holdovers. Technically a 2023 movie, but we didn't get it until like the 3rd of January 2024, so for us it is a 2024 movie.
Yes.
And also, you mentioned that in rewatching it, I might not think it's a 5 out of 5, which is the only new movie I gave a 5 out of 5 last year.
Because I still have it in my top 10s. It's amazing. But I don't think it has that kind of... It's not going to have the same impact when you watch it again.
Okay.
And I think I felt that even watching it the first time. Like, when I turned it off, I had like, oh my God, it's amazing, it's amazing. Then just... Yeah, but how much am I going to rewatch this one, though? And how much am I going to enjoy it when I rewatch it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it kept, like, going through the story beats. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it has the same emotional impact when you know everything that happens.
And I mean, it's true. I think I said when we talked about it, it was going to be, like, in my rotation of Christmas movies. I didn't watch it this Christmas.
No.
However, I watched very few Christmas movies this year. I don't know why.
That's true. This year was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why. But either way, even if it's not, has the staying power, it's still an amazing movie. Once again, flawless performances by Paul Giamatti, Dominic Sessa, Divine Joy. Just the look of it, the script, and the fact that it is a Christmas movie definitely helps. And
always a bonus point.
Yeah, it's a sad Christmas movie, and it's a movie about lonely men. Not only lonely men, but that's the main part.
Yeah,
that's right up my alley once again. The fact that it celebrates, but also kind of points a little bit of fun at the classic, like, educated stoicism. Stoicist man, but that's and like it's kind of a detriment to you at some points, but at the end it is what saves them and their relationship, though. So I just loved it. I loved it so much. But I guess I'll have to rewatch it. Maybe if I do a revised list, it will be Civil War that's number one. I don't know. But for now, it is my favorite movie of 2024. It's my only 5-star rating. It's 100%. 10-10. That's my top 10.
Yes.
Let's go to your top 10.
My top 10, I have to, like, disclaimer. The first 7 are all 4 stars for me.
Sure. Yeah.
So, like, some of them are...
That's my first...
interchangeable.
Yeah, my first...
In certain areas.
Yeah. Okay.
But, to be fair, the next movie under, which was The Substance, is a 3.5. 3.5.
It's only 3.5 for you?
I had issues with certain things. Even though a woman made it, I could not stand the
gratuitous ass and boob shots?
Yeah.
I didn't mind them.
No, the thing is, I didn't mind them and like that, but it just felt so wrong of a woman to choose to do that.
Yeah, even though her intentions are good,
exploitatory.
You know that some people are gonna watch it only for that. I get.
As a woman,
I get
you should understand. You should know better than to do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's for the movie, you shouldn't do it as much as she chose to do. That's my issue with it, and it lost half a star because of that.
Okay.
So
yeah, your number.
My first 4-star.
So that was your number 11.
That was number 11.
Yeah.
So my first 4-star, my number 10 is Terrifier 3.
Whoa, okay. I mean, that's on my list, but I gave it a 3.5. Well,
I loved it.
Oh yeah, I loved it too.
Every part of it. I don't think we did an episode on it. I don't remember if I had anything negative to say about it, really, in general, at all.
No, I think it was.
I mean, it's not 5 out of 5. It's not perfect, but
it was an improvement overall from number 2.
Yeah. It's so good. I do have one issue with it, and it's his girlfriend, partner. I don't know what her name was. I don't remember her.
the survivor from the first movie.
Yeah, she's a little bit annoying. Victoria? I don't know.
I don't remember. No.
Apart from that, for a horror film, for the budget, for all of what it is, amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It
deserves more praise than it's getting.
Yeah, the fact
more recognition. I guess is the word.
The fact
praise,
that the fact that it was like a grassroots movement. Actually, it went from like this little indie movie, and we saw it on one of the biggest screens in Sweden. Yeah, it's insane. Anyway.
Number 9. It's a movie I haven't finished, but I cannot deny that it is a fantastic movie. It's Infested, or Vermin. I keep calling it Vermin. Whatever. Infested.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just... It's all there, and on top of it, it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I can't complain. Like... There's no, it's just fantastic.
for all the reasons we already gave in both our episodes and when I talked about it.
Yeah. And when you talked about it, yeah. What number am I on? 7? No. 8. 8. Surprisingly, maybe, it's Trap.
That high up on the list? Okay. I mean,
because I really enjoyed it.
It was number 13 on my list. I really enjoyed it as well. It was at one point, I think, number 10 on my list.
Yeah. It was so clever.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was, I would say, it's dumb in a clever way.
Exactly. Yeah. It's clever, but it's dumb, you know?
Because you're like, what? But then it's like,
and everything just worked.
Yeah, it just worked. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I just, and we did an episode on that as well.
And I was going to say...
Amazing performance.
Amazing performance by Josh
Specifically
Hartnett.
By Josh Hartnett.
Yes.
But I think everyone else did a pretty good job as well.
Sure. They're in an M. Night Shyamalan film, so they're all weird and awkward, but, you know, it works.
Exactly. They're supposed to be that as well, so... I think that one deserves more praise than it's getting.
Oh yeah. I think I bring him up because he has very good takes on movies. Man Carrying Thing, or Jake.
Yes.
He mentioned, like, he gave it 4.5, and he mentioned that thing that I think elevated it for me. That it's actually about the struggles of being a good father.
Yeah.
More than it is
not actually about the
psycho
whole
trying to get away from the cops.
Escaping.
Yeah. And that he's like, despite him being a psychopath, he's actually a good dad. Which is weird to say, but that's also interesting. What makes the movie complex and weird and hard to kind of read, which is good. Yeah, sorry for
which is why it's a 4-star for me.
Yeah, sorry.
Then we have your number 1, The Holdovers.
Oh, that's your number.
It is a really good movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't deny that. Despite the maybe it's not as good as you think once you rewatch it, it's still very good. It's so good. And it's such a cozy movie without being, like, disgustingly cozy.
Yeah.
It's Christmas without having red and green vomited all over it, like Home Alone, which is also somehow a cozy movie.
Yeah.
It's elevated coziness, I guess.
It's the A24 of Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Even though it's not A24, but still.
Yeah, it's that style. Yeah, that's that sense to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat everything. We've talked about most of these movies. So I'm not going to rehash everything.
No.
So next up, which would be then 6? Yeah. It's American Fiction.
American Fiction. For all the same reasons I mentioned.
For all the same reasons.
Jeffrey Wright is... And it's like a religious experience. He's so good.
Basically.
He's so good.
And that script.
Oh, yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yes. How it pokes fun at everyone, not just black or white people. Yeah.
Exactly. Now we come to the one that I don't think most people will accept to put it this high in a list, but I think I had a religious experience with this one, to be honest. Twisters.
Yeah.
It's my... You know what it is? It's my Maverick.
Oh, okay.
It's this year's Maverick for me.
Okay.
It's this dumbass movie that is just so fucking good.
I agree.
I've rewatched it so many times already.
Oh, really? I rewatched it once when it came out on Max. It's in my top. It's in my top 20. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm like dying to get my boyfriend to watch it, so that because I know that this will be one of his. He has like 10 movies he watches over and over and over again. Oh. This will be one of them.
Okay.
I 100% know it. I have no complaints about that movie. No. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because it's Twisters.
It's Twisters, and it's not. I mean,
it's not profound in that sense.
Exactly. It is at the end of it just entertainment.
Yes.
There is some heavy stuff in there.
Sure.
I think what's his name? Lee Isaac Chung? Yeah. Like I said in my review, or I think I mentioned it, it's a perfect director for this because obviously he shows here that he can handle action.
Yeah.
But he also managed to squeeze in like a very like endearing depiction of like classic like quote unquote Midwest Americana, like heartland Americana, and makes you care for characters like that are just like extras.
Yeah.
And it adds so much humanity to a story that could have just been like a special effects extravaganza spectacle, which is the first movie.
I was about to say that it also has fantastic effects.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
amazing effects. Yeah,
gorgeous.
No,
which is why it is my number. What did I say? What's 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5. I hate that they're not numbered here.
You can number them.
I can't.
I forget where to click, but you can number them. Either way.
Oh, whatever. I'm in the edit mode because it's easier to count that way.
Okay.
Number 4. Dune, Part 2. Duh.
Yeah.
Do I need to say anything? I
the
would,
most
if I could,
movie of the year.
print out every single frame and just hang it all about my house.
Yeah.
And then I watch it even then. Like, I'd still watch it on repeat.
Maybe you should get a display with a picture from the movie. You know this.
What I want for Christmas next year?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll do one of my expressionist renderings of a frame.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Number 3, Strange Darling.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah. That was also it was the last movie we saw in theaters last year.
Yeah.
And my jaw dropped. I was almost annoyed that we decided not to do a full episode on it, which is why I'm saying that we might have to do a full episode on it.
We might have to. Yeah. I'll be traveling in a couple of weekends, so it could be good to have one episode prepared for that weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, might be that.
Exactly. Because
the
twists, the turns, the story in general, I had no clue. I love that part.
Yeah.
That the trailer did not ruin anything.
No, that's the best part.
That is the best part.
In a movie with so many twists and turns, and in a trailer that kind of hints at a twist, it doesn't give away anything. No. It's so good.
It threw me off 100%.
Oh yeah.
When we actually find out what happens in it's called part 2, I think, or part 1 even. But it's in part 5.
No.
Oh my god. I think I audibly gasped.
Yeah. This was my long legs of the year.
You know what even amazed me even more? Because we watched it in theater with a bunch of teenagers who went and saw it because they thought it would be one of those spooky, scary,
terrible
horror films
just
that they can just scream at.
Yeah.
not a sound.
No, yeah, they were yelling and being
they
funny
were dead
before.
silent. Like, I think 10 minutes into the movie, they're like, what? Because even the girls in front of me kept fiddling with their phones. Yeah. After about 10 minutes, nothing.
Yeah, it was so
they were captivated.
Yeah, it's weird because, and I didn't mention this, and I'm sorry for taking over here, hijacking your list, but the first impression of the movie, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be awful, because I did not like the opening credits.
Yeah,
the way it like cut from different songs over and over. Like, But after that, immediately you're just like, what?
You're locked in.
Huh?
Yeah.
For
and
90
then they
fucking
just kept
minutes.
going.
Yeah.
Just kept coming,
my
twists
God.
and turns and changes. Like, what the hell is going on?
Such a good movie. Anyway, sorry.
Number 2, we actually agree on. Civil War.
Yeah.
Which is why I have a feeling that it might... But we're not talking about spoiler words now.
Yeah.
It is, for everything you said, one of the best movies this year. There's no denying that. And I don't care what people say.
No. They are wrong.
They're wrong. They just
don't have
wrong.
Media literacy.
I mean, no, they're just dumb. Like, not even.
Yeah. They're objectively wrong in their opinion.
Yeah. There's no argument. I cannot understand how anyone could say that this is a bad movie, first of all, and but ultimately not just say this is one of the best movies this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a 5-star for me.
Oh, okay, shit, yeah.
I had 2 5-stars this year.
Wow, okay. Yeah,
the only reason why I have one more 5-star and it ended up above it is pure emotions, because I don't get emotional by movies the same way you do these days.
Yeah, these days, yeah.
But my number 1 is Monster.
Yeah. The, not...
the
Japanese,
one, yeah.
By Koreeda Hirokatsu. I think he made Shoplifters? Yeah, Shoplifters.
Yeah.
And Broker.
I fell in love with this movie.
I really liked it too. It's in my top 20. It's my top 15.
The kid actors
I remember when you talked about it. Or when we talked about it. You were like mesmerized on a level that I
still am. And I think sure, the ending is a little bit vague, but it's also beautiful.
We had a long discussion about it. We had completely different interpretations of the ending.
Yeah, I still have my theory. I'm still going by that one. I know it's not everyone's movie. Definitely not.
No.
But it is so good.
It is a very good movie. Yeah.
It made me cry. It made me think that life could be better. It made me want things to be better for some people. And the fact that you get to see the same thing over and over again and still understand that there's so many small differences between how people view life and what happens around you, even though you're looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's what people said Parasite was. This is my Parasite.
Yeah. You know what? We recently made fun of that clip of someone being interviewed about why they like Titanic. How they said it has all of life in it. You know what? What this movie has? It has all of life in it.
But this actually has all of life in it.
It's so full of human drama, yeah.
Yes.
Unlike Titanic, yeah.
Yes.
No, yeah, I agree with everything you say.
Pureness and the innocence of the children. One of the children, the other one sort of understanding and wanting to be as pure as his friend. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up just talking about it. Holy shit, I love that movie.
That's amazing, yeah. I mean, like I said, I really loved it too. The only thing that didn't work for me was the jumping around in the timelines. It didn't work for me.
That worked perfectly for me.
It confused me that way. I couldn't fully appreciate it. But I
think the only thing that confused me were the names of people, but that's just because I don't speak Japanese.
That's a language barrier thing, yeah. And once again...
I have the same issue in any other language, basically, except for the Nordic ones.
Yeah.
And English.
Yes. And once again, Sakura Ando, our new favorite Japanese actress, so fucking good as the mom in this movie. And I don't know who played the teacher in the movie. So good. I mean, the kids also, but especially those two.
Wasn't
looking at
Eita Nagayama.
Yeah, Eita Nagayama. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so good.
Amazing.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie. Great fucking movie.
Which is why it's my number one.
Yeah. So there you have it. Yeah, our top 10 movies of 2024. Yeah, we had a lot of overlap.
Yes, obviously. I mean, we watch
mostly the same movies.
80% of what we watch is the same movie.
Yeah. I have 42 of your 47 movies I have seen.
I have 42 of your 66. So.
Oh, okay.
And it's usually the crap that you miss out on, because I watch some really shitty ones, and then I miss out on some of the highbrow movies, I suppose, because I don't really sit down and watch them unless we're going to talk about it.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I just realized that even though we try to make this segment a little shorter, we've gone on for 45 minutes. You know what? We might kind of cut this into 2 episodes. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because I want to take the time now that we're done with our list, to kind of look forward. I know there's not a lot of movies that we know that we're looking forward to in 2025.
No, not really, not yet.
I mean, one of them we've already
started.
Seen. Yeah.
Our list that we usually do.
No, well, I have. Because we have seen one new movie that is new for us. It was omitted from these lists. Might not even have made my top 10 anyway. But it's Nosferatu, because it's a 2025 release for us.
Yes.
I think we're both massive fans of Robert Eggers.
Oh, yes.
And I'm a huge fan of Nosferatu in general. It's one of my earliest horror movie memories. I made a video on that many, many years ago. So we are going to talk about that at some point. We might even have a guest on. A celebrity guest. Whoa. Yeah. But yeah, that's why it's not in here. Because it is technically... Well, once again, it was January 3rd. We missed it by 3 days. God fucking damn it.
It was only because they changed it. They changed it for the longest time. Before New Year's Eve.
Yeah, for the longest time it was December 25th. So annoying.
I haven't actually rated it yet, but I don't know.
I've already watched it twice. Make of that what you will.
I don't know if it would have made my top 10. No, I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Probably just 11 or 12.
Yeah. But are there any movies that you know of that you're looking forward to?
See, that's the issue. I'm actually gonna pull up our theater app.
Oh yeah.
That's my main source of coming movies. And I don't think there is one that I know is gonna be I really want to go see that when it comes out.
Yeah.
I don't even think of a single one, if I'm being honest. Sure,
there's the big ones, but I'm not even looking forward to a lot of those. We talked about this. I'm so done with Mission Impossible. I've been done for years.
Oh yeah, no.
So I don't think I'm even going to watch Final Reckoning.
Did I actually? I mean, I watched it, but did I see it in theaters?
No, we watched it online. Yeah.
I mean, sure. We've mentioned we kind of want to go see Baby Girl, and
oh yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued by. What's it called? The unicorn movie? Horror film?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I've seen the trailer where they accidentally kill a unicorn.
Yeah, and then they start doing research on it. So I kind of want to go see that.
It looks fun. Out of the big movies, 28 years later is actually a movie I want to go see.
Right. Oh yeah, that's one of the few. Yes.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, who, Craven, yes, but also Nosferatu, yes. Other big ones, Avatar. If it actually releases this year, I want to go see it, because I have rewatched, I think, With a Way of Water.
Yeah, no, sure.
Unlike the original, it has staying power. The original gets worse every time you watch it. Way of Water stays the same. It's really good still. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then of course there's stuff like... Is that
coming out though?
It says 2025. A lot of people... I mean, he has said 2025 himself, so I hope it's true. Cool.
Then that one is one of them.
Are we excited for Superman? I'm just looking at the big ones now.
No.
Do we want to see James Gunn Superman? Not really. The trailer did not do it for me. It was this weird wide-angle lenses, the cringy member berry music. I don't know.
There was one other but it's kind of a small one, I guess, and I can't even find it on here now. Oh yeah, Sinners. I kind of want to go see Sinners.
We've seen the trailer for Sinners a couple of times. It looks cool, like an action horror movie set in feels like the 1930s, like American South.
Yeah, it's looks pretty cool. But no, I don't have like
a lot of movies.
Holy shit, there's another Captain America movie coming out. What the fuck?
A movie they shot like 2 years ago and they've been constantly re-editing and reshooting stuff for. It's gonna be a fucking mess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I am so done. I don't even watch Marvel movies at home anymore.
No.
It went from reluctantly watching them in the theater to reluctantly watching them at home to I don't even care anymore. I actively avoid them. There's another one.
I made a joke online that there's one scene from the Doctor Who movie, the latest one, Madness, whatever it's called.
Strange. Yeah.
Doctor Strange. I want to say Madness in the Method, but that's your podcast.
Yeah, it's Multiverse of Madness.
That's the one. When he's like falling through the different multiverses.
Yeah.
That's the only scene in the entire film that's actually good, and it's only good for uses as in a meme.
Yeah. That one, and when the zombie doctor has the cape of undead souls. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's it. Cool. That's it. That movie.
But that's only cool when you watch that scene. The one falling through, that's good for memes.
Yeah. Sure.
That's all that dumbass movie was good for, basically.
I saw someone defending it on Twitter the other day. Like, I don't care what people say. This is like a visual masterpiece or whatever. I was like, shut up. There's another big movie though that we kind of forgot about because the trailer came out so long ago. Ballerina comes out 2025.
Oh, that's
true.
And
I was at first reluctant, but then I saw because I was like, oh, they're gonna keep John Wick going without John Wick. But then we saw the trailer. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It looks like they've done it the right way. So yes. I'm okay with it, and I am gonna give it a shot, but I am cautiously excited.
Yeah.
Still.
Then there's a bunch of movies that I don't know if they're actually gonna. First of all, movies I don't recognize. Like they're making another Conjuring movie called Last Rites. I guess it's supposed to be the last one. Directed by Michael Chase.
Please be the last one then, I guess. Because stop it. As much as I've loved the movies in general, like
this is not. Yeah, because The Devil Made Me Do It. The third one was good, but it was definitely a step down.
Yeah, exactly. They're watering it down now. Like, stop when you're ahead.
And while Michael Chaves did direct that one, he also directed The Curse of La Llorona and The Nun 2. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, stop now. You had a good thing. Just leave it now. Leave it.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late, like, yeah. And then you have
Are we even gonna entertain Snow White?
No, I refuse to watch that crap. I'm sorry. I'm not watching that garbage. And even beyond all the drama, it just looks like a bad movie.
Exactly. And I don't see the point of
it's more. Yeah, sorry.
Live action shit.
No, it's more Disney content slop.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to watch How to Train Your Dragon, the whatever it's called, real version. Like, what's the point?
First of all,
perfect version of it already.
Unless you grow a real life dragon, you cannot make a live action movie about a dragon.
It's the same movie. And
Dumbasses.
I mean, they even cast Gerard Butler as the Stoic, the dad, because he does the voice. So perfect casting because he makes the voice. But then they couldn't cast Jay Baruchel as Hiccup or whatever his name is because he's too old now. So then you're just it's gonna be so weird. Fuck that. No. Then there's stuff like Constantine 2 is supposed to be released this year. If it does, sure, I'll watch it. I think Constantine, the first one, is.
Oh yeah, no, I love that movie, but
I've never heard anything about this. And the only thing it says on the trivia is Keanu Reeves has stated that he's been actively campaigning to get this film made for years and years. But I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this, so I'm not hyped for that. Unless I see a teaser or something, or they say we are making it, then I don't care.
I'm scrolling through release dates on IMDb, the calendar.
Yeah.
Going day by day, basically. There's so many idiotic releases that I didn't even heard of. Like, why are they making a Dirty Dancing 2 when there already is a Dirty Dancing 2? How does that make sense?
Especially since Swayze's been dead for 10 years. Like,
I mean, he wasn't in Dirty Dancing 2 anyway, so...
Nah, sure. But
Megan 2.0?
That's actually... They're actually making that one. They're making a Megan sequel, which... I get it, but I also don't get it.
Jurassic World Rebirth?
Yeah. They're rebooting the reboot of Jurassic Park.
Another I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, that one is confirmed. But then there's stuff like Highlander, which I really don't... I kind of want to see it because Henry Cavill plays the Highlander. But I also don't want to see it because the original is
going to ruin everything.
Weird and wonderful masterpiece.
Yeah.
There's like Sherlock Holmes 3. That's never happening. That's not coming out. No.
Saw 11.
that's probably happening, unfortunately. Yeah. There is one more that I know it's confirmed that I really shouldn't be excited about, but I really want to see, and it's Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, and it's tying in the remake, the Jackie Chan remake into the original.
Kind of fun though, to be honest.
I never saw it.
Fuck it, let's just do it all.
But then the trailer was just like, for some reason, it just made...
I think I only saw a teaser for it.
Yeah, yeah, the teaser is basically a full trailer, though.
True.
But the way they did nostalgia bait and, like, fan service correct. It was just like, fuck, I want to see this movie. And you see Jackie Chan and whatever his name is in that movie, and Daniel LaRusso fighting together with the new kid. It's like, yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm actually looking forward to that one. But when it comes to like smaller movies, it's so hard to like, for me at least, to find the movies. Like I don't know where to look for upcoming indie movies, especially because usually they're not getting covered in media because they're being made in total obscurity.
Yeah.
So
which is why I'm scrolling on the calendar. It's actually pointing out things I haven't even heard of. Did you know that there's another Tron movie coming out?
They say so, but I won't believe it until I see it.
There are pictures now, so...
What? Oh, okay.
It's coming out in October, apparently.
I don't know if I want that, but I mean, I like Tron. I just hope that they don't ruin it, because they actually made 2 really good movies.
Exactly.
Decades apart. Hopefully this one is good as well. It is a very new Disney, though, so I don't know.
That is true. But it seems like they're working on it, and it looks kind of cool what little you can see. But I'm also concerned, because there's artwork for Black Phone 2.
Yeah, they talked about that like a couple of years ago.
That one doesn't have more than a cast list, though, so hopefully...
We'll see. I don't know.
I don't see the point. Like, why would you make a sequel to that?
Yeah, because it's one of those where they're going to water it down, it feels like. Unless they somehow make it about the same characters and make it like a what happened to them afterwards, and
I guess
make it the right way, because you can still water it down even if it's the same characters. Are we excited about Wolfman?
Cautiously, it's one of those movies like I've seen the trailer so many times now. It feels like that I might actually have to see it. I've
seen it twice. And I love Lee Wannell, mainly as a writer, but I think he's a good director as well. He made Upgrade, which is one of my favorite like modern sci-fi movies. I was not a fan of his last, Universal monster movie though, The Invisible Man. I thought it was.
I still haven't seen that because
it's preachy and like the surface level plot doesn't make sense. I think
that's like the surface level plot just made me go, why?
Yeah, and then the commentary.
Why would you make a movie about this?
Yeah, it didn't work for me, and I'm worried then that this is going to be the same thing. Like, it's really a story about men losing control. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's not, but that's just the feeling I get. So that's a maybe. A movie that I both want to see and don't want to see is Companion. The one with the people like hurting each other, and you don't really know why in the trailer. She puts her hand over the flame, and her arm starts burning. They're sitting in front of the table. Then when it starts from the producers of, they mentioned some like Bridget Jones' Baby or whatever, like romantic movies, and then it turns into like a horror movie. It looks too much like a modern movie for me. It looks like a Gen Z movie to me. But I'm also, after reading the plot, it makes more sense. And I'm kind of...
It's also a bit weird still, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And it has, of course, from Red Letter Media fame, it has, what's his name? Jack Quaid. Well, he's a...
There's a few names I recognize, but unfortunately I recognize them for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I've seen them in stupid, like, I don't know what to call them even, TikTok celebrity movies.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm like, that's not where your start should be if this is an actual movie.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. We started by saying, I don't know if there's any movies to care about. Now we mentioned so many. But I'm not super hyped about all of these. I'm just mentioning movies that I might be hyped about.
There's only a few of them that I'm actually like interested in, to be honest.
Another one that
And unfortunately, some of them are towards the end of next year.
Yeah. We have another one, though, that is confirmed. I mean, it's coming out. I think you can, it's on our movie app, The Monkey, which I am excited to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Oscar Perkins, who directed Longlegs. Yeah. But it's produced by James Wan, so it's not going to be as weird.
Exactly.
He might rein him in a little bit. And I don't think Perkins is writing it. And even if he is, it's based on a Stephen King book. It looks fun.
Yeah.
But with that weird twist that he has.
On top of that, it's a weird Stephen King book.
Yeah. And even like, we weren't big fans of Longlegs, but Oscar Perkins made The Black Coat's Daughter, which is a really cool mood piece. Like, that one I love.
See, but the thing is, I don't think I had an issue with Longlegs because of the director.
No. Well,
there were other things that was the issues with Longlegs for me.
The plot.
Yeah.
The plot, yeah.
Which, I mean, he did right, but still.
Yeah, right, yeah. Then there is actually one that I might go see, because I'm going to the... I said I was traveling later. I'm going to Gothenburg for the Gothenburg Film Festival. I'm going to see a friend, but then it's like a 20-minute ride into town, so I'll be watching some movies there. And they're showing Steven Soderbergh's new movie. He has a bunch of new movies, but The Presence, which is a movie. It's a ghost story from the ghost's perspective.
Oh,
so it's like cameras following people around in rooms and stuff. That one I'm gonna go see.
So it's like a ghost story.
Yeah, exactly, because people are like, oh, it's a new and unique vision. I was like, no, we've seen ghost stories from the ghost perspective before. There is The Others from 2001, although those ghosts doesn't know that they're ghosts. They think that the humans are the ghosts.
Yeah.
But the twist is we've been following the ghosts all the time. Exactly. And then, of course, you mentioned...
Ghost Story.
Oh, a Ghost Story, yeah. Where... the camera isn't directly... This is literally the camera is the ghost, but in the ghost story, we see it from the ghost's perspective.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we have one more movie that is from the ghost's perspective, which...
Are you going to say...
twist is that he's the ghost, though.
Are you going to say Casper?
What? No.
Oh, because that's kind of from... Well, it's from
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, yeah, I know. yeah.
Casper? Give me some credit.
I thought you were going to make a joke. That was the thing.
No.
No. I mean true,
but no.
There, yeah. Yeah, but this is literally from the eyes of the ghost. I guess that's the new thing. It looks really, really cool. But it's a bunch of scenes where just the camera's slowly moving in on people doing nothing in rooms, and they're like, they get like a chill and they look into the camera, and the camera slowly backs away. It looks really, really cool, and it's supposed to be, according to quotes, really, really scary. So that one I'm looking forward to.
Lucy Liu seems to be playing the mom of the family.
Yes.
I love Lucy Liu.
Yeah. I haven't actually bought any tickets yet, but another movie that I really want to see there. I have them all saved, at least, which one I'm going to see. I thought. Here we go. The Presence, Bird, the new Andrea Arnold movie, looks really cool. There's another ghost story, kind of from a weird perspective, where a girl starts seeing like a guy or like the shadow of a guy in like FaceTime or like Zoom calls and stuff. Always only though in the background of her friends, thing.
Yeah.
Weird ones. I'm interested in watching that one. And then
wait, what was that called?
What was that?
What was that movie called?
The Wailing.
Ghost.
I think there are more movies called The Wailing, but
yeah, because I recognize that name. Yeah. I had time to like open Bird. You said Bird, and then you started talking about that, and I was like, hold up.
Bird.
Am I looking at the wrong thing?
Bird is mainly because I like that the tempo of the trailer was like, this is gonna be a hectic ass movie, and it has Barry Keoghan in a role, and the guy who plays Bird, I recognize him, but I'm not sure from what, and he looked cool. I
just saw Barry Keoghan shirtless with a bunch of tattoos.
Yeah, he has like a caterpillar tattooed on his face. I was like, yeah, I'm watching this movie. And then I have a bunch of other, like The Most Precious of Cargoes, which is a Holocaust story, an animated Holocaust story. The End, which is a musical. About people in a post-apocalyptic bunker.
Oh, speaking of musicals.
Yeah. And like
Kid Part 2?
Question mark? Sure, whatever, yeah. And then I might go see like super mega low budget Japanese indie movie, not even independent, indie movie called Super Happy Forever, about a guy going back to like a seaside resort town where he met his wife who has died, and he just goes around like reminiscing and being sad and looking for a hat he left there 5 years ago when they met. It looked kind of nice. Stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff you see in a film festival. There are no big action movies. There's one, September 5th, I might go see, about the newscasters covering the hostage drama at the Olympics in 72, or whatever it is.
Okay.
When Palestinian terrorists took 11 Israeli athletes as hostage.
Cool.
You don't remember? You don't remember? No, you weren't born.
No.
I wasn't born either.
I don't remember it, and I don't remember ever hearing about it. So.
Oh. It's in movie terms, it's the catalyst for the movie Munich. Have you seen Munich?
No, but I know which one that is.
Oh,
yes.
Munich is great. You should watch that. Okay. Anyway. It's a famous hostage.
I keep saying you should make me a list on Letterboxd for movies you want me to watch.
You know what? We should wrap this up, but I actually we have 2 episodes now. I actually have a list for you. It's not finished. I should add some of the movies.
Is it public so I can see it?
Should be. Wait. Oh, I clicked on everyone's list. I want my lists. I think I called it like. Here, I call it Introduction to Film History. Okay, so that's
right. That's true.
That's more. But no, I have. Well, no, it's actually like because it's a bunch of like old movies like Nosferatu's on there, The General. But there's also movies from like the 2000s. It's only 24 movies at this point. But we don't want. I could just add more. But yeah, so it's called it's Swedish, Introduktion till Filmhistoria.
Yeah.
I wrote it in Swedish, I think, because it was meant for you.
It was for me, yeah.
And it's movies that kind of define cinema, movies that kind of changed cinema, and some movies that are just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Gorilla Interrupted on it, so I'm joking a little bit. But also movies like Slumber Party Massacre is on there, because I think that's actually like the first time someone elevated the slasher genre. Stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, of course, the classics. Godfather, 2001, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Vertigo, stuff like that. But yeah, okay, I actually forgot about this list. I'll keep adding to it, so...
Yeah.
You can start working on it. Some of them I'm sure you have seen. Like, obviously, you've seen Star Wars, Apocalypse Now you've seen recently.
True.
Goodfellas probably seen.
Don't remember, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Maybe not. Anyway. But we should wrap this up. Yeah, so there are movies we're looking forward to in 2025.
Yes.
But
release dates are vague.
Release dates are vague, and I I refuse to get hyped over movies, or I try not to get hyped over movies. There weren't a lot of movies I was hyped for in 2024, and I think that served me well. So, a lot of the movies we mentioned here, we might not even watch. A lot of them might not even come out. So,
exactly.
But we'll have a full year of movies, and I'm sure 2025 will be a great year for movies. Maybe.
Sure.
By the way, just quickly before we end,
go for it.
This is us not being structured again, or me not being structured. Comparing 2024 to 2023.
Ooh, hold up.
Maybe just the top 10, because we don't have to go through the full year. Which would you say? Because I think that's the first full year I've covered on Letterboxd, because I started in like late 2021.
I have my 2023 ranking, and then I have my 2024 ranking.
Yeah. I
just want to mention that I watched more movies in 2023 that are new movies for 2023.
I watched
52.
I watched 65 in 2023 and 67 because I don't have Deadpool on here. So technically, I watched basically the same. Yeah.
But comparing our top 10, I guess,
10, yeah.
just quickly. The quality of my top 5 is a tiny bit better, but the quality of my top... Wait, hold up. This isn't correct. I was like, that doesn't make sense. No, still, the quality of my top 5 is better in 2023 than 2024.
Mine too.
But of my top 10, I think I'd give it to 2024.
Oh, my top 5. I have 2 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5s in 2023. It's Godzilla -1. It's always the best movie of the year. And second runner-up is Oppenheimer, which also 5 out of 5.
My list is not in order. What the hell?
My top 10 starts with The Clone Tyrone. Then I have Beau is Afraid, May December, John Wick 4, The Passenger, Killers of the Flower Moon, The Kane Mutiny Court Martial, Asteroid City, Oppenheimer, and Godzilla -1. Comparing that's a strong...
Wait, you're going from 10
to 1, yeah.
1.
So number 10
See,
was
that's
The
the
Clone
thing.
Tyrone.
I have a couple of like weird ones that shouldn't probably be this high, but they are.
Okay.
Wait, I need to rearrange some of these. Come on. That's not fair. I mean, when I looked at it the first time, Dungeons and Dragons for some reason ended up very high, but that's not... It just did not put mine in order.
Yeah.
For some stupid reason.
Oh, and I don't have mine in complete order either, because I have... At the bottom of my list is Talk to Me, but it's a 4 out of 5. Next to my Children of the Corn remake, which is a half star out of 5. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
But my top 10 2023 were Renfield, Asteroid City, Killers of the Flower Moon, The Passenger, Kane Mutiny Court Martial, Past Lives, Talk to Me, Oppenheimer, Godzilla -1, and John Wick 4.
So more or less the same list except for Past Lives. And
Renfield. You didn't have that in your top 10.
No, it's in my top 20 though. I think that one deserved much better than it got.
Yeah.
I would say 2023 for me is stronger.
Yeah.
Actually.
The quality of film is...
Like Conclave, comparing 10 to 10, Conclave, yes, better than The Clone Tyrone. But, oh shit. Beau is Afraid versus Vermin? No, I like weird movies. I think I say Beau is Afraid. Number 8, May December versus Your Number 2. No, May December wins there too. Number 7 is John Wick versus The Substance. John Wick wins, I'm sorry.
Hello?
It's more up my alley. Number 6, then Dune versus The Passenger. As much as I want to give it to The Passenger, Dune 2, obviously.
Yeah.
Number 5, though, Strange Darling versus Killers of the Flower Moon. Strange Darling every day for me.
Yes.
As much as we had troubles with Killers of the Flower Moon. We talked about that, you know.
But it's still a
very good movie. Number 4.
But if I only go by like what my star ratings are, my top 10s are 4 stars and up for 2024.
Mine too. Only 4 stars.
My top 10s for 2023 start at 3.5 stars.
Oh, okay.
My bottom, my number 10, 9, 8 are 3.5 stars.
Oh, okay. My number 4 is Ken Mutiny Course Martial versus American Fiction. That's a tough one. That's
American Fiction for me, but
that's dead heat for me, I think.
Actually, mine are the same spot. That's annoying.
Number 3,
like they're competing with each other for the same spot.
Yeah, my number 3 is Asteroid City versus Megalopolis. They'd probably go Megalopolis, as much as I loved Asteroid City. Number 2, Oppenheimer versus Civil War. Oppenheimer, obviously. And then Godzilla -1 versus Holdovers. It's Godzilla -1. So,
but like my number 2 is Godzilla -1 and Civil War.
I would still say Godzilla -1 there. That movie,
right?
Yes, that movie like transcends. Like I recently,
I actually rewatched it recently. I didn't finish it because I had other things to do, but
I
was glued for the first.
It's a masterpiece.
Hour 15 minutes or something, and then I just had the ending left, and I was like, I know what happens. It's fine.
It's such. That's another one. Like it almost feels like a small, like not indie, but like a small drama that also happens to feature 100 feet or 200 feet fucking giant atomic bomb lizard. Yeah. Now I think 2023 overall is a stronger year. You have movies like Knock at the Cabin, Renfield, Cobweb, which I really liked.
Let's put it this way. We don't have as many awful movies in 2023 as we did in 2024, I think. Because I have like 10 really bad movies from 2024.
Yeah.
2023 I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7.
Yeah. I actually had some documentaries, or at least one documentary on my list also. Don't usually do that. Anyway.
Wait! I have the same movie twice. No, like I have it in 2023 and 2024. What the fuck?
Huh? Which one?
Mean Girls. It's in my bottom in both, but...
But you didn't watch it until 2024.
Yeah, why did I must have accidentally put it there.
Yeah. Anyway, we should.
We're done.
Yeah, sorry about this. It's a pretty close, but when it comes to top 10, I think 2023 wins. But that's it. Thank you so much for listening to these now 2 episodes.
Yeah, sorry.
Hopefully we'll be back next week with our Nosferatu episode. If we don't have that, we'll do Strange Darling and 1 or 2 movies in that episode.
No, that Nosferatu was the one that we didn't have like a full episode on it.
Yeah, hopefully we have a full episode with our celebrity guest. I'm in talks with him. He responded recently, so we'll see.
Good.
Yeah. But other than that, we'll talk about Strange Darling, and then eventually when new movies start popping up here in Sweden, we'll talk about them. I don't know when.
Yeah. We'll see where it takes us.
Yeah. But sorry for the messy. Lots of clips from this episodes.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all that stuff. And until next time, have a good one.
Bye.
The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and hosted by Tobias Vedén. Co-host is Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to all our patrons over patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. CK85, Christopher Billén, Daniel Gaisu, Annika Vedén, Jacob, Mom and Mac, and Laura Kinney.